what has it been, like 6 months? Hey, I'm not feeling any better, but I have surgery tomorrow. I have the final surgery, the one that I actually need. As you guys know, I have taken so much time off because I've been unbearably sick. I still am. And I just decided to embrace being sick because I tried working my way through it and it made me a lot worse. As scary as it is sometimes when you are sick, the only way to get better is to be sick, like a verb, like to actually do it and acknowledge it and just relinquish a little bit of the control over your life and your ability to create, which has always been really difficult for me because I want this so much, and I want so much to be able to make stuff for you guys and to be able to perform and do shows and tour around and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not doing better, but it's almost over. And I'm just making this video to let you guys know, keep you guys updated with the process that tomorrow I go in at 2 p.m. And I get my surgery, the one that I need. I'm getting maxillomandibular advancement surgery as well as a genioplasty on my chin, and a few other things. I'm gonna look completely different. I finally got the measurements of what they're gonna do to me, and they're gonna move my lower jaw forward pretty much an inch, and then my upper jaw forward is coming. My upper jaw is coming forward half that as well. And it's, you see how it slopes down? They're going to change the angle of it, move it forward, and then the whole thing's also going to come up closer to my nose, so my face will look less long. So I'm just making this video, mainly just as a warning to you that when I get my new chin, it's over for you, okay? It's completely over for you. So just enjoy your time with your girlfriend, your sister, your mother, her mother, and if you're lucky enough to have a great-grandmother, hopefully she dies before I recover from the surgery, because if she sees how handsome I am after this, that's going to take her out. And I don't really want that on my conscience, but I understand that it's inevitable. So don't let her see me. She might be blind at this point, which in her case and in yours, it's probably a good thing, because you don't want to, like buying tickets to Australia, knocking on my door. I don't think she could survive the deep pressurization of an airplane cabin. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just letting you guys know that it's gonna be still gonna be a few more months until I'm back, because obviously the healing process for this one is pretty big. I don't know if you can see, but I've got a bunch of hooks on my braces because they're going to have to attach elastic bands to keep my jaw shut. So for anyone who's been wanting me to shut the fuck up, not only have I not uploaded a real video for like 6 months, I am also going to have my jaw held shut with bands. So who knows though, maybe like Kanye, I'll be releasing a track called Through the Bands or something. But I just wanted to say that it's almost over, and I don't just mean for every woman on earth and all of your relationships with them, because when I come back I'll be so unbearably handsome that they just aren't going to be around you anymore. It's just going to be the whole process of me being sick and coming back and disappearing and coming back and disappearing. That's finishing, and I am so grateful to have you still around. If you're still interested in me and my stuff, I understand that I have not really created, certainly not consistently, but not even really the level of quality that I would like to have been for really the last, what will be 4 years by the time I'm recovered from this, because all of this surgery process got delayed because of COVID. Like, I should have been finished with the second surgery's recovery pretty much 2 years ago. But it's not how the cards fell for me, and it was out of my control. So I'm trying not to, pull my hair out over it. So I'm just making this video to let you guys know that I'm alive. I am unwell, but I'm going to be made well. I actually have diagrams of what they're planning to do to me. These are my surgery plans. So this is my skull So they did a 3D scan of my skull. The top one is what my skull looks like right now, and you can kind of see how recessed my jaw is in the side profile. But down the bottom, you can see, where they're cutting and where they're bolting and what they're moving. So that's exactly what my skull is going to look like. So they know that. The surgeon pretty much told me that when you start adding on muscle and soft tissue on top of that, that's when it's all theory and hypothesis and I think and maybe, but perhaps and disclaimer. But basically, I'm going to look just completely different. For example, here's a guy who looks similar to me before, and here's what he looks when he's healed. So you can see how big of a difference it is. I don't know if he got the same movement as me. I'm pretty sure I'm getting more than that. But you can see how much someone changes. I also have this, which is a prediction. And you can just see how not only how far forward my chin goes, but also how much shorter my face gets, which is really weird to think about. Now this next one, the last photo I'm going to show you, this is the one that's like completely hypothetical and algorithms, and it's not exactly correct. So when I went in, I got my head 3D scanned, and this is with my skin and muscle on top of it. So here's the picture of me right now. Now, in this, I'm sucking on a device. In fact, I'm not even sure if it was an X-ray. You know, I stepped into a small room, and then one guy who wasn't even wearing a lab coat was like, "Put this in your mouth." And then this thing started spinning around my head. So I don't know what it was, but they made this 3D animation afterwards. If I find out that this isn't an actual scan and it's just they paid some Indian kid on Fiverr to make a 3D model of me with my mouth open, like the mouth breather that I am, I'm going to be upset. But this is me beforehand, and then the below one, that's what they predict I might look like. So you can see how different it is. Bearing in mind, in the after, my mouth is open. And he also said all of that skin underneath my neck, obviously that's not going to be there because my jaw will be shut, and also it'll be pulled really tight, actually, because the skin will have to stretch. And also apparently the lips are incredibly inaccurate. He reckons he might give me a lip flip or a lip lift when he's in there, depending on how I look after the surgery is done. Here's an animation of the surgery if you can handle looking at it. It's tough, I know. But I just wanted to say that in about 8 or so seconds, the video will hit 8 minutes, and then I'll be able to put in a couple of ads right about now. So that's over 8 minutes just about now. So now I can put mid-rolls in the video, which is great because I haven't uploaded for 6 months. But the other thing I wanted to say is thank you so much for supporting what I do. The only thing that I've done since 6 months ago, my last video about me disappearing, was disappear. I kept up my podcast. There's a backlog of that up there if you don't listen to it, if you want to kind of hear me try to be funny through all of this pain and illness. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for sticking by me and not, losing interest in me, basically. It's shocking to me to have this many people still like messaging me every other day, like, hey man, I hope you're doing good. And, I know you're taking time off, and just being so understanding. Cause I think that, when you tell someone, oh, I'm sick, and they go, what do you have? And you go, sleep apnea. And they go, what does that do? And you go, oh, it makes you tired. They go, well, everyone's tired. I've got a difficult job. And even when you're like, no, but I don't sleep at all. They go, well, yeah. Like one time I took ecstasy for an entire weekend and I didn't sleep for like 4 days. So I know it's not that. It's like I have not had a snooze for probably 6 years, maybe more. Like I remember when I was a kid, I used to get loaded in the back of an ambulance all the time in the middle of the night because I was having an asthma attack, which I was, but upon reflection and according to doctors, it was probably also me dying in my sleep because of sleep apnea. So this thing's been happening to me my entire life, and I am so stoked for this to be over. In some ways, this surgery is going to be really tough and really difficult and really hard. But in other ways, I'm so lucky because it is such a straightforward surgery, and it is such a clear solve for this problem that I have. It's not like cancer where it will probably work, or it works to varying degrees for lots of different people depending on what you have. And even if it does work, it might come back. This is like, I have a broken arm, you know? You put the arm, you cut where you need to, you put everything back where it's supposed to go, you put it in a cast, and then the bone, like, it's a simple fix, and it sounds very scary, and it is going to be very painful, but I'm so lucky that this severe issue that I have has such a clear fix. And there's also, you know, like, I looked up side effects, and I was talking side effects with my surgeon, and he said, look, you're probably going to notice a significant cosmetic improvement. Now, that means two things. One, I'm going to look more handsome. Two, I just paid my surgeon untold amounts of money to call me ugly to my face, and then for me to go, oh, thank you for the information. That's very helpful. So it happens tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'm going to be back when I'm well. I can't tell you when that'll be. It's going to be months, because I have to heal, and I have to have the swelling go down, and then I have to, like, you know, heal mentally from the fucking trauma of it all. But I will be back. And if you would like to see more frequent updates, you can check out my Instagram, where I'll be posting photos and doing stories and stuff like that whenever I'm off the OxyContin. And to any of my friends or people that I vaguely know, for the next 2-3 weeks, if I message you back, it's not me talking, it's the Oxy. And I apologize in advance. I might even get someone to take my phone because, you know, last time I was sending pictures of my teeth and braces to Belle Delphine, and I don't remember that. So thanks so much. And I'll see you soon.